Yes,
and I can't wait to hear more about you and Sasha and your love story on the Dancing with the Stars tour.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
And,
this is how rumors start.
If this happens,
We're
though, we
manifesting.
manifested it.
This
Yes.
is called manifestation. Hey stoners, welcome back to Starry or Cyrus. We have the beautiful Jenn Tran as our special guest today. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
So crazy because I feel like I know you already.
I don't know if I should be worried or
Not
not.
at all. Not at all. I've just watched you on so many different shows, and
Okay.
it's so weird because you do feel like you get to know someone,
So funny.
especially like on The Bachelor.
Yeah.
Like I'm really big fan.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
And now I'm kind of like, what show do I go on next? What am I going to do with my life now? So it's a little crazy.
Would you go back on reality TV?
I don't know. I don't know in what capacity. It's got to be something as fun as Dancing with the Stars. Like, it can't be something like traumatic and like, I don't know. Like,
so maybe no more dating.
no more
reality
dating shows
shows.
for me. I think it's a little too vulnerable for me. I think it's not the most successful dating platform, a reality TV show. So I definitely don't think dating shows are the one for me. Maybe like a nice cooking show.
Oh yeah,
Or
you could do
like,
that.
I don't know.
Or what's the one? What's the MTV one that everybody loves?
Which one?
What am I thinking of? The MTV Wells watches it religiously. The Challenge. Is that a dating show? They don't date, right?
I
The
don't
Challenge.
know that one.
You don't know that one?
I don't know if I've
watch
seen
it
that.
personally, but it's like like physical challenges and stuff like that, where
Oh.
like you have to like beat out your teammates, and the last one standing gets a bunch of money.
Maybe.
I think.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Not bad.
Sometimes like people from the Bachelor world will cross over into that.
Interesting.
Yeah, so that could be a fun one.
I feel like I just hit the jackpot with Dancing with the Stars,
You
and now I'm
did.
like, I don't know if there's any other TV show that could ever top that experience.
I'm sure.
Because I loved it. It's such a feel good show.
It is.
You learn how to dance. How much more wholesome can it get? Like, I don't know.
It isn't a great show. I mean, it
is.
truly is. I mean, it has been on. How many seasons has it been on?
33 now.
That is insane.
Okay,
insane.
what season was Dad on?
Oh, yeah, I want to know.
Like 5 or something.
What
Who
year
was
was
his
it?
partner?
I can't remember. His partner's name was Karina.
Oh yeah, Karina.
Oh,
I don't know that
I don't
she's even
remember
still
her.
on there.
No, I don't know her.
He was in season 4.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Almost 30 seasons.
it's so
That's
crazy.
insane.
And honestly, like
crazy.
it's still, I mean, as
big as ever.
it gets better and better.
Yeah, well, every episode so far, we've hit like the highest voters ever,
Wow.
which is like crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy this season.
It
Yeah.
blows my mind though too. Now I feel like when Billy Ray was on, like it was still a time when most people really could not dance.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
I feel like everybody that comes on now,
I know. It was like so good.
it's so good.
Everybody's amazing now. I was really like, whoo, I gotta start working. We were doing like 10 rehearsals a day.
Well, that's my most vivid memory from my dad doing it is just how exhausted he was every day from
Mhm.
the rehearsing.
And how much
Yeah.
weight he
He
lost.
lost so much weight.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
he lost like 17 pounds in 3 weeks. It was-
My mom doesn't recognize me. She came and visited me twice since I've been on the show. And each time she's like, you're disappearing. I'm like, please tell me more.
You're like,
Tell me how much
yes.
more I'm disappearing away.
I know. But gosh, it's a lot.
It's a lot. But the first thing to go is, of course, my tits. So I'm like,
Always. It sucks for
good
us
job.
like that.
Here we come.
And see, I'm the total opposite. I love it. I love
What?
it. I love it. No,
She
boo.
got hers taken down.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did
she
it.
did.
You always want what you don't have,
It's
right?
true.
So I'm like, I look like a little boy now.
I'm with
and
you. I want them to, kind of. Been
Yeah.
thinking about it.
Oh, okay, maybe we
She
can go the same
has.
person.
I know. Actually, I had a consult with a good doctor here, so
And I
Oh,
have a good one in
that's-
Nashville too. So
Yeah,
and they're
so-
cheaper.
Okay,
we got
this is
options.
great. I'm glad we did this.
we got options.
That's
But,
good.
That's so
good
crazy.
stuff.
So overall, great experience on Dancing with the Stars.
Amazing experience. Like when I say I was living out my dreams, I truly was, because I watched the show growing up, always wanted to be on it. never thought that I'd like go on a reality TV show and then end up as like a star on it. I was like, maybe I'll like learn how to dance and then become a pro and whatnot. And obviously, that's not happening either because I can't dance like that. But no, it's just so fun to learn how to dance, and then every week you get to put on a performance. And I think that aspect of it is also really fun. Like I was a theater kid, and although I was never like a main character, I was always like Oompa Loompa number 10, like whatever. Like I was always like trying to figure out like my confidence and all that stuff. I like
Yeah.
come to a point now where like I am so much more confident in myself. So like this opportunity came at such a perfect time in my life where I was able to do all the things I did on the show. And like it is really sad to see, you know, people are still rehearsing and
I
everything. And I'm like, oh, I
know.
just wish I could still do it.
Ugh.
But and I'm like texting Sasha, I'm like, can you just teach me the jive just for fun? He's
The
like,
job
"What?"
is the best.
It looks so fun.
I
It's just like
know.
upbeat. You're just having a good time.
So maybe you guys can go on the tour or something.
Oh yeah.
I would love that. I would
Yeah.
love nothing more to go on the tour. So we'll see.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Were
Yeah.
you nervous at all about it being live?
Oh, 100%. That's
yeah.
like the
Is it
worst
still,
part.
it's still live, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst part
I
of it.
cannot even imagine doing that.
It's funny because before the very first show, they were like, listen, it's going to make us some really good TV. You know, if you do forget your steps and you mess up, but the thing is, we're not going to redo it. So if you forget it, you forget it. And we're just going to keep moving on. But like, try not to forget it for your own sake. And I was like, oh God, don't tell me that. Like,
That's a lot
now
of
I'm good. That's
pressure.
all I'm going to be thinking about is if I like break an ankle or something.
That is so much pressure.
It's so much pressure. And it sucks because you're rehearsing hours and hours, countless hours every week.
Yeah.
And then you have 1 minute to prove yourself every week and you don't get a redo. And if you forget a step or if you're out of frame for 2 seconds, it's like all they talk about for that dance. Right.
Yep.
So it's like, it is so overwhelming and it's so much pressure. And I think that's why I cried so much more on Dancing with the Stars than I ever did on The Bachelorette.
I would
It's just
literally
crazy.
sob as well.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
because it is like, it seems like I can't even imagine it being like 3, 2, 1.
I know.
And you're on,
And
and
that's
it's
it.
just like,
It's the scariest part.
Yeah.
You hear like 3 clicks over the audio, and then
Yes.
that's when I'm like, oh shit, I forgot every single little move I've like ever memorized. So it is really it's intense. It's a lot of pressure. And I think it's a lot more mental pressure than physical pressure, honestly,
totally.
because you're just like there's the live aspect of it, then there's a bajillion new dance moves and positions that you're trying to remember. It's just like it's a lot, and then you want to be perfect, and then you don't want to go home. So it's so much.
Exactly. Did you get super sore from dancing?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
bet.
I would see the physical therapist every other day.
Wow.
And it's funny because as women, we have a lot more ligaments that are more flexible in our hips
Mhm.
because we have to bear children, all of these things. So because they're so flexible, if you don't stretch and you don't like build the right muscles and then you're doing all these kicks and all this stuff, like your hips go out of whack.
I bet.
So every day I'd go into the physical therapist and she would just like, pop my hip right out and you could like hear
Oh
it.
my gosh.
And it's so crazy. I'm like, I didn't know that my hip could do that, nor that I was
Wow.
like uneven. So it's very demanding on your
Yeah.
body.
Yeah.
I've never felt older.
I was gonna
I'm
say, like,
sure.
I can't believe that some of the older or more out of shape
Yes.
people that go on.
I have so much respect for them.
Yes.
So much respect. Because if I'm breaking apart, I can't imagine what their body is doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I know. Did you feel like camaraderie with the other contestants or was it very competitive?
No, I feel like I got really lucky with this season because everybody was so sweet. Like Alona, Steven, Joey, Danny, like we were all just such good friends. Chandler, literally everybody was so, so sweet. And no, that we really weren't like neck for neck because we all knew how much like how hard we worked each
Yeah.
week. So
Mhm.
when you're watching other people dance on the floor, you're not like, oh, I hope they mess up because you're like, I would never want that for myself. So
Sure.
the whole time you're like cheering them on and you want them to do so well and you get so happy when they do well because you know exactly what it's like to put your blood, sweat, and tears into every week. So really it was never like, oh, I want you to like do badly ever, ever, ever. At least on my part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never felt that from anybody there. So
Well, that's nice.
yeah.
Because I could see it getting
Competitive.
competitive.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking about like if my sister was on that show.
Oh my God.
She'd be in it to win it.
Yeah.
Oh.
She'd be in it to win it for sure.
No, of course. I
Yeah.
mean, I think now too, now that we're down to like there's 6 people left, I think there is a bit more of a competitive spirit because now it's like, oh, anybody can go home at any time and
Mhm.
everybody's so good. But I don't think it's ever like, oh, I wish you
Yeah.
like badly.
Right.
sure.
I don't think it's as maybe like competitive or raw as like The Bachelor.
Yeah. Isn't that
You
interesting?
know? Yeah.
Like you'd almost think it should be the opposite.
Right. And
you
it's
know?
totally not.
I know. It's
But
so
I
funny.
think like dating one man versus
Ugh,
dancing your heart out, different. I don't know.
way
Yeah.
different.
Well, speaking of that, you really went straight from The Bachelorette to this. Like
Mhm.
not a lot of time in between, right?
Mhm.
Do you think that doing that helped you get over the heartbreak or
So
no?
much.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I think if I went from the Bachelorette finale and then went back to my house and just like had to figure out what to do with my life for a second there, I think I'd be in shambles. So I thought it was really, really nice to have the distraction of going on Dancing with the Stars and to do something that I've always wanted to do. Like it was a goal of mine and to learn how to dance. And then the dancing aspect of itself is so cathartic, it's so
Totally.
emotional. So you're kind of like throwing your emotions out while you're dancing. So I would say the whole process was so healing for me. But obviously now that I'm kind of out of it, I'm like, uh-oh, are any feelings gonna creep up? Am I gonna have to like maybe process some things I might have pushed off, which
Mm,
I think is a very human thing to do as well.
for
So
sure.
we'll see when the time comes.
Yeah.
I don't know, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was Sasha during all of it? Was he like I feel like tell me if I'm wrong, but like were there any days that you had where you felt like there were bad days where like the heartbreak did get to you in the beginning or
Yeah.
anything like that? How was he? Was he there like to
Oh,
help you
yeah.
through all that? And what was your guys' relationship like?
Yeah, he definitely was there to help me through it all. I think the best part was there'd be days where we'd be in rehearsals and I'd get a text about something that just happened with the breakup or whatever, and I would just like my whole mindset would shift and he could tell and he could be like, "What's wrong?" And I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it, blah blah blah." And he'd like try to help me out of it. And he would just get my mind off of things and talk
Yeah.
it through with me. And then we'd start dancing and we start like shifting our mindset to other things. And I think that really helped me just like forget about what was going on online and forget about my sex being released to the world and all this stuff. And so it was a really nice distraction to have Sasha there to kind of just help me through all of that for sure.
Yeah. Did you guys hit it off like right away?
Yeah, almost
Yeah.
immediately.
That's
It was
so nice. Were you worried about that when you signed up for it? Like, what if I don't like my partner or what if, you know?
no,
I would
so-
be worried about that.
it was such a whirlwind because it was when I ran off of stage of the finale, they had said you're going on Dancing with the Stars, got on the plane within 40 minutes and met Sasha at the
That is
airport.
crazy.
So I wasn't even thinking who's my partner. I was
That
thinking
is-
I need a toothbrush in the morning.
That is seriously
it
wild.
was so wild. It was out of a movie. Like it was romantic almost. Like
Yeah.
meeting in the airport. I was like, who is Sasha? I had
Aw.
to Google his name. I was like, I don't really know who this guy is.
I mean, yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
And so, but we did hit it off pretty immediately. I think because we had such a rushed process of meeting each other at the airport, we were like, okay, we have to click. Like we
Mm.
can't be awkward now.
Yes.
That's
And
true.
we immediately had that banter and that chemistry, and we were like such good friends from day one.
Yeah, that's really cool. So did you go from the airport straight into rehearsals?
From the airport to Good Morning America to be announced, from Good Morning America back to LA to then rehearse the next morning.
Wow.
Yeah.
You really didn't
That
get
is
any time
a
in between.
lot.
Yeah, and he was very worried. I wish he was here because he would tell you like how bad of a dancer I was on day one and how much he was like, wow, I wish I said no to this girl.
Oh,
It was actually pretty scary how bad it was. He would have to teach me things very individually. Like he couldn't teach me how to do a hand movement and a step and a count and a song. Like it was a disaster. First rehearsal, a disaster. He went home and like actually had a breakdown.
Oh my gosh.
He was like, what the hell did I just get myself into?
That's so fun. I mean, I would be terrible.
You think?
I would be so bad. I could just not.
I feel like I would be great at it.
Oh, I know. Well, I told
Okay,
you.
let's get you on
That's what
there.
thank you. I've been saying this.
No, I'm too old now.
No,
but-
you're not.
And
No,
if
you're
and if I
not.
spin in circles, I get too dizzy.
She does get dizzy.
I get dizzy too.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
So,
But like, how good would she look in the outfit?
like 10
Amazing.
years ago, I should have gone on.
You could still go on now.
I
Don't count
agree.
yourself out.
I agree.
If there's anything I've learned is that you could do anything you put your mind to.
That's true.
I think you could do it.
It's
True. I love to dance. It's my favorite.
You do?
Oh, I
No,
love
same.
it.
Oh, so you're already a
I
natural
grew up
talent.
dancing,
Pitch
and
it.
yeah,
What
I
kind of
loved it.
dancing?
I did ballet and tap and jazz
Oh,
and like
I know.
you're gonna win the next show.
it's
She's a
it was
shoo-in.
I do love to dance.
You're gonna be the winner of season 34.
I
But that'd
actually
be
think,
good.
what if that's the thing that could just bring you out of your funk and totally
Oh,
transform you and get you
I've
out of
been
your
in a funk.
crisis, mother?
no. What kind of a funk are you in?
Just an anxiety funk.
Weird.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. It just
Okay.
started out of like it just started.
Like nothing precipitated it.
Yeah.
It just kind of happened.
I
get that.
kind of feel like how you said like you hadn't processed things and is that going to happen?
Yeah.
I think that happened to me.
Yeah. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
And I think that's such a human thing to go through though, is like if you're distracting yourself with something and suddenly you're like, oh, I'm feeling it now and I have to process it now. And I think
Yes.
that's okay. I don't think that means that you're necessarily taking a step backwards or
Yeah.
anything. I think that just means that you're human and it just takes time to heal from certain things.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, I say forget the psilocybin trip and sign up for Dancing with the Stars.
Everybody keeps making all these suggestions of things I should do to get out of the funk.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
I
like
think this
that.
could be it.
This could be it.
All right, stoners, you guys know because I talk about it all the time, but thanks to this one here, I was not blessed with the greatest hair, so I have to take really good care of it and be really gentle with it, which is why I only sleep on silk pillowcases, and my favorite pillowcases are from Blissey. So if you guys aren't familiar, Blissey has an award-winning 100% mulberry silk pillowcase. They come in all sorts of cute colors, and truly, like, I pop one in my suitcase and travel with it and throw it over the hotel pillow because it's a game changer and I have to have it. I do that as well. And there's a lot of dupes out there that claim that satin is an alternative to silk, but it is not an all-natural material. Satin is not breathable. So it's cool to the touch with silk. It's gentle on your skin. It's gentle on your hair. It's much more durable. It's way more longer lasting. So think of this as an investment in getting better sleep and waking up feeling ready to take on the day. I like Brandi pack mine in my suitcase. I never, ever, ever sleep without my Blissey pillowcase ever. Yeah, and even if you have fabulous hair, the pillowcases still do things like reduce frizz and make your hair less tangled. Truly, it's for everybody. Also, they're washable, hypoallergenic, and there's a hidden zipper, so they look so nice. Blissey has been featured on Good Morning America, The View, Live with Kelly and Mark, and it's dermatologist recommended. Literally everybody loves them. They have over 2 million fans, and you could be next. And because you're a listener, Blissey is offering 60 nights risk-free, plus an additional 30% off when you shop at blissey.com/stonedpod. That's BLISSY.com/stonedpod and use code STONEDPOD to get an additional 30% off. Your skin and hair will thank you. And I love giving these as gifts. They are the best gifts, and they come in so many cute colors and patterns, so you can't go wrong with Blissey for a gift as well.
True. All right, Jen, how are you different now versus when, like, before you ever went on Dancing with the Stars?
How am I different now? Oh
Yeah.
gosh, I don't know.
Do you think it changed you at all? Or
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely, there's a certain element of like confidence that you build when you're dancing and doing things that are uncomfortable to you, and then you get good at it. So there's like a certain confidence that definitely builds. I'd say I'm not as scared to I'm not as like stage frighty as I used to be. Like I used to be really afraid of big crowds and like speaking in front of people and performing in front of people. So that aspect of it I'm a lot better at now, having to overcome that week after week. Yeah, I'd say those kinds of things for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I'm still processing it all.
I mean, I bet. Because
Yeah.
was it yesterday?
It's like literally
Or 2 days?
2
2 days
days
ago?
ago.
2 days
And I
ago.
feel like I'm trying to distract myself a little bit because if I go home and sit down and think about how I like am not at dance rehearsal right now, I think I would cry. So
Well, I'm glad
Yeah.
you could come here then and we can distract you.
yes, this is a really good distraction for
Good.
me.
That's
I know,
good.
Sasha's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "I don't think I am."
Oh.
He's like, "It's just a show." I'm like, "I know, but I was so happy."
Oh.
Yeah, but it's okay. I'm gonna feel happy.
I'm going to put out good vibes for the tour.
Me too. I was about to say that. We're
Yeah.
gonna manifest that
That
for
would be
you.
great.
I would love that.
If you could sum up the whole experience of Dancing with the Stars in one sentence, what would you say?
Just magical. honestly. I can't even describe it in any other way. It's just to put on a performance every week and to be a part of that. There's so many people that come together to make that happen, from production to
Yes.
costume to production assistants and
Hair and
hair
makeup.
and makeup and costume design and creative and directors, and
Yes.
there's so much. And then you get to create a moment where people feel happy or sad or angry,
Oh,
whatever
I
it
know.
is,
It's so
and people
crazy.
get to watch it from home. It's so
So
cool.
not only did Billy Ray do it, like Miley's performed. I don't know if I mean, 1 or 2
Yeah,
times.
she's been like the musical
Yeah, I've
guest.
been the musical
On Dancing with the
guest.
Stars? Oh, that's
Years ago.
amazing.
And so like I've kind of been behind the scenes of it quite a
Yeah.
bit. And it really does. There's so many people that it takes to make that
Yes.
show happen.
Yes.
And like I said, I feel like it just keeps evolving and getting better and better and better,
Mhm.
which is so amazing.
Yeah, that's the best part of it. It's like
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
little elements that have to come together for a live show
Mhm.
to happen. It's
Yep.
so fun.
See, I feel like this even yes for a live show, but I feel like that's also the case just being on set, like for a movie or
Totally.
something. Like, would you ever want to dabble in acting?
I
or
would love
anything?
to.
I feel like you'd be good at it.
Thank you. When I was
Yeah.
a kid, I always wanted to be an actor. Never had the confidence for it. I think now at the time of my life and where I'm in the industry right now, like there's so many opportunities. So I definitely would want to pursue it. So we'll see. I still have to go back to PA school, unfortunately. Well, fortunately. I'm very passionate about medicine, but it's obviously like a very different mindset than what I've been in for the past year. So
Yeah.
I'm a bit intimidated by going back, but I know that I want to do it and I just want to like get my degree and like help when I can. So yeah, I'm gonna do it.
How
Wow.
much more school do you have?
1 whole year,
That's not
which
bad.
is not bad. Which is not bad.
No, not at all.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just gonna be very different.
Well, I feel like during your year of school, you
Mhm.
could take an acting class
There we
at the same
go.
time. I have a friend at home in Tennessee, and she used to do music, and then during the pandemic, she went to school and learned how to do hair, and now she's like a
Oh,
hair colorist, and she's so good at it.
I love that.
But she just recently was like, you know what? I want to take an acting class.
I
Like,
love
she's just
that.
so adventurous in that way of like, I just want to try something new. And
Yes.
she loves it. And she does both. And she's a mom. So she like does a lot of things. But
Oh,
I feel like an acting class is something that like you don't even really have to be pursuing acting to take and get something out of it. I
yeah,
feel like it's just such a
true.
cool experience
To
and
just do it.
teaches you a lot about yourself. It's
Mhm.
kind of therapeutic in a way too. So maybe you should look into like
Ooh.
taking a class just
And
in your
actually,
year.
in
Okay.
this area, there are so many like acting workshops.
Mhm.
And I feel
Mm.
like it's a great way to meet
That's
people.
so true.
And to see if
Yeah.
you like
That's
it,
so
you know?
true. Okay,
Yeah.
that's on my to-do list for the
Yeah.
weekend
Yeah,
instead
there you
of
go.
moping on the couch about not
Yeah.
dancing.
Yeah. I know.
I
Also,
love
like, I feel like you got to keep dancing.
Yeah.
All right. Like, you
but
got to.
a part of me is like, is it weird if I go and take a dance class? Like as an
No.
adult? Like I don't
You
know.
could
No,
do
and
that as
there's
your
lots.
workout.
Oh, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to send you one. It's a sexy dance class, and I feel like I
I'm gonna
forget.
need that.
No, I mean it is like
I'm gonna need that because
it's.
Sasha had to teach me how to be sexy every week,
Oh,
and
I would need help with that.
and
this.
it's like it's bad because I'm like a man is teaching me how to be sexy. Like what is wrong
Oh,
with
this
me?
dance class is so sick. And actually, do you remember Brazen's old girlfriend Marissa?
Oh, yeah.
She leads the class.
No way.
Yes.
Ooh.
And do you know who? It's Amanda Klutz, right?
Oh
She takes that class.
yes, I think I know. her.
And wait, was she on Dancing with the Stars? Yes.
Yes, yes.
Like,
I
yes.
think I met
And
her.
I follow her on
recently.
Insta, and she's always posting from that class. And like, she wears the
Oh,
thigh
Maybe you
high.
guys should take it together.
Like,
wait,
can
we
you
should all
imagine?
take it.
That would be so
I don't live here,
fun.
but you guys should definitely do this.
It is like so
You come here 3 or 4
cool.
days a week. You could do
Yes.
a month.
I'm gonna
Oh,
I'll send you the info. It looks amazing.
it. Okay, let's do it together.
Yes. So
We could
fun.
reinvent ourselves
I
and
really
get us
think-
out of this
Exactly.
funk that we're in.
Seriously.
I know. I think this would be good for
she
both of
is
you.
like just whipping her hair and
Oh,
crawling on the ground.
this
and
is what
like,
I need.
yeah,
See?
it's good.
It sounds great for you
Yeah.
guys. Love this for y'all.
It's good.
We're gonna reinvent ourselves.
Yes.
I love
Maybe I do
this.
need to do this.
I know.
Get in the thighs and the
I think it would unleash like a different part of you.
Yeah.
seriously.
Yeah. Get it, girl?
I'm like,
It's
what?
time. Let's do it. I'm gonna hold you to it.
I think y'all should
time.
do it for real. Well, we're kind of talking about it now, but what is next for you? And do you have any like future projects going on or anything you have your eyes set on for the future?
TBD. I gotta find a place to live first.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, finishing school, obviously, like
Yes.
I feel like that's giving you a good solid year of you're
Mhm.
going to do that, but it also gives you time to kind of think about what's next. And
Totally, totally. I think the beautiful part is like being in this industry and on the shows I've been on and having a platform that I do now. There's so many open doors.
Mhm.
It's all about kind of finding what's right for me and what I'm gonna feel most fulfilled with. And so I'm kind of just exploring that. I want to explore everything and kind of figure out what's right for me. So time will tell. I
Yeah.
don't know. Right
Yeah.
now, I got to figure out a place to live, and that's probably Sasha's couch right now.
But you know what? How great is that? That you
It's
guys
amazing.
bonded and
Yeah.
have a great relationship. You have a friend here already.
It's amazing. He's gonna make me cook and clean every
Yes.
day. I don't know how I feel about that, but I don't have to pay rent. So it's
there you
great.
go.
It sounds perfect.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and then I get free dogs too. Free dog
Oh,
therapy.
perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah. Would you ever go back and do anything in Bachelor Nation again? Bachelor franchise.
I don't want to say no, and then somebody sees me back on there.
So you're saying there's a chance?
no? I would no. I would go back to like give a bachelorette some advice.
Okay,
or,
yeah,
like,
there you go.
Host a date,
But like
I'm not.
definitely no Paradise.
Paradise can kiss my little ass. Goodbye.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. But no, I'm not actually. I'm never going on Paradise.
Yeah.
No. To give advice, sure.
Okay.
To maybe bartend, help Wells out.
I know, right?
Absolutely. To strap myself in a bikini on a beach, yes.
There you
To
go.
date, no. Mm-mm.
Who
Absolutely
who
not.
did they send back in last Paradise? That like they made it seem like she was there to date
Katie Thurston,
Katie.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
And I hated that they did that.
I know. I was kind of thrown off. I was like, is she going to date
Yeah.
somebody? Is she not?
It was just weird. Like they sent her in, and you couldn't like nobody really knew why she was there.
It was
And
until,
even the
yeah.
guys were like, "Is she here to date?
Yeah, it
like,
was
do
a
we
little
ask her
weird.
on dates?" It was very strange.
The way they like portrayed it was really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then like you had Rachel who was there to date very
Mhm.
like clearly. It was just weird.
Mhm.
It was just weird that they did that.
I didn't watch that season.
I mean, I watch it for Wells. What can I say?
Oh,
Little
yeah.
Wellsy. I know.
Love Wells.
He is the
He
best.
seems great. It's funny because in my head, I'm like, I've met him before because we're in Bachelor Nation and I see him everywhere and I hear everything that he says and stuff because it's just Bachelor, but I don't think I've actually ever met him.
He's the
Yeah.
greatest.
You'll run into him eventually.
He seems like the sweetest.
Yeah, he's the sweetest guy ever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's lovely.
Yeah.
Well, should we play a game?
What kind of a game?
It's not that
It's
deep.
not
Oh.
really.
It used to be a lot better.
Why?
But
What happened? Why is it
well,
not as
we
fun?
did a podcast rebrand recently. We were called Sorry We're Stoned. But
Yeah,
even
what
though I was
happened?
never stoned, she was really stoned. So
Yeah.
it just like counted for both of us. And then she
I love
stopped
it.
smoking weed.
Oh,
So now we're Sorry We're Cyrus. So this game,
Oh.
it's called What's the Tea?
okay.
And it used to be Truth or Toke. And so it used to be you either answer the question or if you don't want to answer
I
it, you
love
smoke
that.
some weed.
I love
But
that.
since we're not doing that anymore, now it's like you answer the question or nothing happens.
Exactly.
Or nothing. Yeah.
Or we edit that question out.
Or we ended that question out. It's not quite as fun, but we
Now
couldn't
just
let it
call
go.
What's the tea?
That's pretty funny.
I know.
What is the funniest or strangest thing that happened backstage at Dancing with the Stars?
Funniest or strangest thing? I cried a lot. I literally after a performance or before a performance every week there was something where I was like either the judges said something or like I was getting in my head and I was really freaked out about going on and like felt the pressure where I was just like sobbing and Sasha would just come up to me and be like, "Are you like good, bro?" Like what's going on? Because I'm just like I'm not a crier. I'm not like super emotional. So he's just every week he's like, "Okay, now this is gonna be a thing. I get it now." But yeah, a lot of crying for me backstage.
That is so
I
funny.
feel like under that intense pressure, I would be like that too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm glad to know I'm not alone because I was like, "Is there something wrong with me?"
No, I feel like that is just like, I mean, I can't even imagine anything more intense
I know.
than getting ready to walk out
Yeah.
on live television in front of 60 million people.
When she says it like that.
Yeah, when you say it like
Like
that,
doing a dance and keep like just all of it.
I know,
Yeah.
it is a lot.
It's
It
a
is a lot.
lot. And then
Yeah.
knowing you're going to get walk over and be judged to the absolute max.
Yeah,
I feel like the judges used to be a lot meaner back in the day. Haven't they softened up a little bit?
I would say so. I
Yeah.
think they're pretty positive these days.
Oh,
Yeah.
they
Yeah,
used to
totally.
be so brutal.
Yes, I remember because I used to watch. I'm like,
They were
"Thank
mean to
God
my
they're
dad.
not."
Oh my God.
No.
He deserved it. He was terrible.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely terrible.
Oh.
She's not wrong.
Well,
No, it
the
was-
worst though is like elimination because when you get sent home on The Bachelor or The Bachelorette, you get put in a car and then you immediately go home. You don't have to talk to anybody really, right?
Yeah.
Here, it's like you get eliminated, then you have to hug everybody. Everybody's
I
saying how sorry they are. I'm
know.
trying to
Drawn
hold
out.
back tears on national television. Then you have to do a press line of like 20 different press outlets. I'm
Oh,
trying to hold back tears and I just want to like go home and sit on the couch and cry.
yeah.
And so that I
I
think was like the
bet.
worst part of it was like I just like I want to be happy and I want to be so positive, but I was also like I'm really sad. I think
That
that
would
was
be
the
really
worst.
tough.
Yeah, that was
Ugh.
tough for me.
Yeah, that would be hard. All right, now that you and Sasha won't be together every day,
But they will because she's going to go live
she's
with
gonna
him.
live on his couch.
We're gonna be
but-
together forever because I'm
Well,
moving in.
What's next for you guys? Are you just BFFs, or is there like any dating potential there?
BFFs for life, man.
No dating, zero dating potential.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I can't.
So you're
predict,
saying there's a chance.
I can't predict the future in any way.
I'm putting this out there too. How fun to go on a tour with your boyfriend.
I mean, you're right.
God.
We're gonna manifest this
we're
for you too.
manifesting the whole thing.
We
God.
are.
If you say boyfriend, he's gonna freak out.
We will. No, you know,
blame it on us.
it's 2024. You don't even need to use that term anymore. Just partner. I don't know.
Partner, husband,
Yeah.
baby daddy.
Exactly. Okay,
That's too
so
good.
can you give us some tea on behind the scenes with Dancing with the Stars? Everyone wants to know about the pros who end up dating their partners. Cough, cough. What went on with Gleb and Brooks?
I'm trying to think. I was so ready to answer that, but I was like, wait a second. Well, I think I was a little confused too. Because all the TikToks, I was like, what's going on here? And it's exactly as it seems online. They
Got
just it was hot and it was
Wow.
spicy, and now it's not, I don't
Oh,
think.
Oh,
damn.
bummer. Hate when that happens.
Coming in
Yeah.
hot. And
Me
yeah.
too.
Wow.
You hate to see it.
True.
You hate to
Yeah.
see it.
Besides you and Sasha, obviously, who's your favorite couple on Dancing with the Stars this season?
Brandon and Chandler, hands down, the most authentic, fun, loving people ever. And they're both, I swear to God, they really are brother and sister because they're really the same person. And besides Sasha, they were the two people who were there for me the most. Anytime they saw me breaking down, like they were both there for me. Just like hands down the best people in the world. I
Aw,
love
that's
them
so
so
sweet.
much. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite now that it's not you and Sasha that you want to win the Mirror Ball?
Well, I'm biased because
Yeah.
I love Brandon and Chandler so much.
So you can say them.
Brandon and Chandler, I mean, listen, they work so hard. Chandler's a beautiful, beautiful dancer, and they both are just good people. And I just can't help but feel like they're family now. And so I'm absolutely going to be rooting for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love
Yeah.
that. Did you and Sasha ever get in any arguments?
Yeah. All the time.
All the time?
We bicker every day of our lives.
Sounds like
Um,
true love to me.
Yeah,
I
seriously.
don't know about that one. We bicker a lot, and a lot of the times I think it's because he is just constantly thinking about dance steps in his head. Like
Mm.
now that I've gotten relaxed Sasha for 2 days post season, I'm like, oh, this is what you're actually like.
That's interesting.
Because during the season, all he
Yeah.
thinks of constantly are dance steps and choreography and like how he can change little things here and there, or how he can make things better for me, or what's going on the next week or the next day. Like he is constantly just like in the process because you have to be.
You
And
have
as
to.
yeah, and as a pro, like you have to think ahead. You have to think of what's going to happen next week and how you're going to give the best choreography for your partner. So like we'll be in the car and we'll be talking about something serious, and he'll be like, so what do you think about that spin that we did to like, do you think we could like change that? I'm like, I was just telling you about like XYZ.
Yeah, I'm just
like,
pouring
what?
my heart out to you. What do you
I
mean?
know. And he's like, I'm sorry. I'm really like focused on this. And
Wow.
I would get a little bit annoyed, but like I get it.
Totally.
I get it because we were really focused this season, and we really both like put so much hard work
Yeah.
into it.
I mean, that's so much pressure on them to
Yeah,
choreograph
it
the
is.
whole dance and
absolutely.
thinking about someone who actually isn't a dancer and how to
Yes.
make things easier for them.
Yes.
Like I can't even imagine.
And then in rehearsals, it's like he's teaching my steps and his steps and
Yep.
thinking of changing things in the music and like everything.
Wow.
I would not want to live in Sasha's brain. It would
No,
be
definitely not.
freaking insane. And his ADHD is through the roof.
That's so
So
fun. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius.
You are.
Yes.
What's he?
He's a Taurus.
Oh,
So stubborn.
Actually, I
Interesting.
think I'm a Taurus.
We butt heads. Yeah, a little bit.
That's
Yeah, I
so
think-
funny.
Are you stubborn?
Yes. Are you freaking? Don't look at me, Mom.
That is so
You are the
funny.
most stubborn.
Okay, then
That's
yes.
so funny.
Unbelievable.
Do you like follow horoscopes and like astrology?
Not huge, but Miley's a Sag.
My sister's a
Yeah.
Sagittarius. I love
Oh,
Sagittarius. I do
Sagittarius.
really well with them.
What are you? What's your sign?
I'm a Gemini.
I love Geminis and Sagittarius. Are sister signs.
They get along really well.
My best friend is a Gemini.
That's so funny.
But I'm a Taurus moon, which is like interesting. And,
Yeah.
and I am like, I'm not on the cusp, but I'm cuspy. Like my birthday's May 26th, which is like pretty close to Taurus. So
yeah.
even though I am a Gemini, like I definitely sometimes like feel like I also relate a lot to the Taurus traits.
What else is about the Tauruses? They're
I
like
mean, they're the
grounded,
bull.
right?
They are very stubborn. They,
Yeah.
they love comfort.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're
They're
homebodies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sasha loves his house.
Yeah. Me too.
He's like, don't you just want to sit on the couch? And I'm like, I know, I want to go take a tequila shot.
See,
Like,
I'm the same way. I just
party.
never want to leave the house.
That's so funny. They love like things to be aesthetically pleasing.
Yep.
It's very her.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so. You should see Sasha's house. It's like every inch is covered in like something. I'm like, what's going on in here?
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
they love the comforts of home and the
Mhm.
comforts
Yeah.
of everything.
I love that.
So,
I love that.
We got
am
the
I
next one.
next?
Yeah.
Something that surprised you about Sasha.
A lot of things. He's a neat freak.
Mm.
An absolute neat freak. He can't go 2 seconds without vacuuming. We'll be on the couch having a serious talk. He'll be like, hold on 1 second. I gotta vacuum this dog hair I just saw. I'm like, can
That
you
sounds like me.
That's very you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you guys
see?
are the same
That is
person.
exactly
I'm
me.
telling you.
I mean,
She was literally vacuuming this couch before you got here.
yeah.
It's endearing, but sometimes I'm like, can you just shut the damn vacuum
I
off and
know.
sit down?
I'm bad about that. I already somebody won't even have completed drinking their drink, and
And
I'll have
she'll
already
toss it.
poured it out
Oh.
and put it in the dishwasher.
It's nuts.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you and Sasha would be best friends.
Yeah.
Twinsies.
Twinsies, yeah.
Mushrooms are making waves in 2024, and Mellow Mushroom is totally riding that high. Starting November 12th, Mellow Mushroom is launching a new limited time menu that is the best of a classic steakhouse, which I know you love, but served up the mellow way. Well, let's talk about the star of the show, the steakhouse pizza. Picture this, an olive oil and garlic-based top with all natural grilled ribeye steak, roasted shiitake, mushrooms. Yeah, sorry for the dogs. They're excited too. And then got portobello mushrooms, creamy mozzarella, and caramelized onions. It's like a fancy dinner without a stuffy atmosphere. Great for anyone who loves fancy flavors without the formalities. They also have a steakhouse calzone. I personally love a calzone because I love all that cheese. And don't forget about the steak and cheese hoagie that's on the current menu, complete with melted provolone and all-natural ribeye steak. It's comfort food that hits the spot. So why not elevate your dining experience this November? Head to Mellow Mushroom, where high-end taste meets chill vibes, and grab a slice or a calzone and enjoy the steakhouse vibes. Who needs Thanksgiving dinner when you could just get Mellow Mushroom? Seriously.
Did you have any backstage rituals that you developed before hitting the dance floor?
Not really. Like, yes, Sasha and I every time would rehearse our dance backstage before we went on stage, but I really made it a point to not do anything crazy every time because I'm like, if I do it once and then I don't do it
Yeah.
the next time, then the pressure's on. Then I know something bad's going to happen. So I think the thing with rituals is that it's a lot more pressure than it is like relieving, I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. And it's funny because this last week I just like, I had an inkling,
Yeah.
and it's funny because everything that I did that week, I was like, oh, I got my nails done. And I was like, oh, but they're not perfect. So is it like, is that a bad sign? And then what did I do? I did something. And then I was like, oh, wait, that's a bad sign because it wasn't like the right way that I did it. Or like, oh, and I had this bracelet that Allison Hannigan gave me at the beginning of the season. And I wore it for every show, but like, like accidentally, like not actually. And then I wore it for this show, and then I thought I lost it, and then I was like, oh my god, I lost it, I'm gonna lose, I'm gonna go home. So it was just like this week was like a lot of me being like, oh my gosh, I need everything to like feel perfect. And I don't know, it was like very weird for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
The ritual is just, it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Was there anyone you became close with that surprised you during your journey?
Sasha. We spend every waking second together. I mean, like Chandler and Brandon, everybody, honestly. Like, I don't know. I was really happy to like be able to become close with everybody. That's what
Yeah.
I love about these shows is like you get to meet really creative and fun and empathetic and kind people that you get to like hang out with forever.
That's
kind of thing.
Very
awesome.
true.
Yeah.
If you could redo and choose to be the Bachelorette again,
Mm,
would you do it over?
why?
Maybe a better outcome.
But why? Why would I put myself through
Why
that?
when I found love on Dancing with the Stars?
Well, which this is Jonathan from your season of The Bachelorette supported
yeah.
you a
I
lot
love
during your
him.
journey on
He was a
Dancing with the
sweetie.
He's
Stars.
the best.
Is there any rekindling happening there?
I love him. He was there every show.
Was he really?
Every single show he
Wow.
was there. And I would text him every week and I'd be like, "Are you sure you want to come?" And he's like, "You don't have to text me. Like, I already told you I'm coming every week. I've cleared my schedule for the next 13 weeks." And I was like, "That's a lot of pressure. I don't know if I'm going to be there every week." But he has been such a supportive friend. We went through an incredibly unique process together. So it's been nice to like have a friend come out of that, and we're hanging, we're chilling.
Does he still love you though?
I don't know. Should we ask
Probably.
him?
I think he does.
He
If he
probably
committed
does.
Should we
to
call him?
13 weeks,
Yeah, call him and ask him.
like it's sounding like yes.
I mean, yeah. I just feel like men
It could be a
don't-
friendly love.
I don't know.
Probably not.
Men don't usually show that type of commitment unless they're in love. That's all
Agreed.
I know.
I don't know. I think it could be he's a good person and he's really friendly.
Girl, I know he's the friggin' Bachelor, but like, how did you sleep on Grant? This is his name, right? Grant?
Grant. He's so sweet.
He's so hot.
He is so hot and sweet.
Wells wanted to sign me up for that one, but I had just started dating somebody, so I was like, sorry.
Oh, so your relationship
he
is
was cute.
recent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, yeah.
How is that going?
It's good. I don't really talk about it.
Oh, sorry. Closing the can.
But it
closing
is
the can.
great.
I'll eventually probably end up talking about it more,
Okay,
but
okay.
yeah, but like literally, like I had just met him, but I
Okay.
hadn't told Wells yet. So Wells was like, "I'm making a phone call," and I was like, "I'm too old to go on The Bachelor. Like, please don't do that."
No, you're not.
But like, I actually think he did call somebody.
Oh my God,
to try to
I'm
get me on
dead.
because I thought he was so cute.
He is very hot and like the nicest guy ever. Just didn't
Wow.
work out, but he's so sweet.
What a cutie pie.
Yeah, he
I'm gonna
really
have to
was.
look him up.
You'll love. Very cute. Is it my turn? Oh yeah. Well, is there anyone you have your eye on, or are you leaning into single, fabulous, healed Jenn for a while?
I'm leaning into fun, Jen.
Yeah, I
I
like
need
that
to have
call.
some fun.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 26.
Yeah. Have some fun, girl.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah, I think I was engaged. I was at a point where I thought I was going to get married and have to settle down, which was great. I was excited about it. But now I'm kind of like, let's get back out there and just relax for a second
Yep.
and just enjoy life
I think so.
right now. And I just moved here, like, I don't want to be tied down to anything.
So will
really.
you go to school here, you think?
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
Oh yeah, just moved here. Well, I didn't actually really mean that. I just moved to Sasha's couch, but I will have to go back to Miami at some point. And after that, I do want to move to LA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So
There's no way to do school here?
no.
No.
Mm.
PA school programs are so intense. It's like once you start, you can't really like transfer kind of thing. It's just like it's a master's program, so they want you to do everything at one school kind of thing, and it would be too complicated. So
Got it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think we kind of already answered that.
Yeah, we did.
Would you do another reality show?
Oh,
Yeah.
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 No.
I feel like
No.
you could host a show.
I'd love to host a show.
Oh, that's a good
know?
idea.
I'd
Yeah.
love to.
Definitely host one
Yeah.
of those.
Oh,
for
well,
sure.
I would do a reality show. I just wouldn't do
Yeah.
a dating show.
Yeah.
But something fun. Like, like I needed something feel good. Something that like
Mhm.
challenges me, but is also like not something that's being filmed 24/7.
Mhm.
Because Dancing with the Stars, you still got to live a very, very normal life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's what I loved about it.
That's true.
yeah.
very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, hosting would be great for her.
Mm-hmm. I think we'd be
Yeah.
good at that.
I would do that.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap up, we do a segment called Dear MT,
Mm.
where the stoners call in with questions and ask for
Cool.
Tish's advice.
Oh.
So we always welcome the guests to weigh in also
Love to.
if you have any advice for them. This one's just an email submission, so I'll just read it. She says, "Hello, Tish and Brandi. I started watching the pod at the beginning of this year and I have not missed a single episode. It is truly a joy to tune in every week and feel like part of the family. Tish, I wanted to ask you about your experience of leaning off of weed and wondered if you had any advice on how to overcome it."
Girl, t- absolutely not. I'm still waiting for somebody to tell me. I mean,
love
for
that.
real, it is the hardest thing I've ever done. Um, it really is the hardest thing I've ever done. And I'm still it's weird because it's such a lifestyle, like it really was. We always joked and said it was my brand.
Weed is my brand.
Weed is my
as she
brand.
liked
I
to
love
say.
that.
But so it's a huge adjustment. It really is. And I think it's just going to take time.
Yeah, I think so too.
But
Well, coming from a non-stoner,
Mm-hmm.
my advice would be to find other things to replace that with. Because I feel like just from like watching, people that smoke weed, like I feel like it like masks your boredom, right?
it
It like
totally does.
kind of allows you to like sit at home and be alone and kind of be okay with it. So I would say if you're trying to quit, I would say get out of the house, go do a dance class,
Yes.
There we go.
spend time with friends. Like I think you have to make an effort to kind of fill that void that weed masked.
Totally.
Working out, exercise, I think is always good.
Yeah.
Pick up a new hobby. I
Yeah.
don't know. Life's short.
yeah.
So like take the time and try something new.
My advice is the same thing. I think when you're so programmed to go and do something, for example, go and smoke weed, and then like your brain is like, oh, okay, I want to do it now. I think if you just reprogram your brain into like the next time you want to smoke weed, just go and do something else.
Yeah.
Slowly over time, your willpower will overcome that, and then you'll start wanting to do other things instead of that. So I agree. Yeah. Just distract yourself kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was good.
That was great.
I love that.
It was really good.
Anything else? You good? Okay, great. Well, Jen, thank you so much
Thank
for
you
coming
for
on.
having me.
That
Thank you
was
for having me.
so
This was
fun.
great. This was great. I love this.
Well-
Was a great distraction.
Okay,
Good. I'm
great.
glad. Well, I can't wait for you guys to go start a dance class.
Yes.
And
let's
can't-
do a pole
Seriously.
dancing class.
Oh my gosh.
You would
This-
you
I
would
think
kill
that could
that.
be
yeah.
fun.
You're gonna die when you see this class that I'm gonna show you.
I'm so excited.
It's so good.
It's gonna be good. And I can't wait to hear about what's next for you.
yes,
And I
me
can't wait to
too.
hear more about you and Sasha and your love story on the Dancing with the Stars tour.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And,
this is how rumors start.
if this happens
We're
though, we
manifesting.
manifested it.
Yes,
Yes.
this is called manifestation.
Yeah.
And hopefully we see you again soon.
Yeah.
Love to.
Yes.
At
And
our pole
Stone-
dancing class.
Yeah, I know. Stoners, if you want to hear more from Jen, where can they find you on social media and all that?
I am Jenn Tran on Instagram and TikTok.
Are you big on TikTok? Are you doing it a lot?
Huge TikTok. I
Love
love
the
TikToks.
TikToks.
They're so fun.
I'm not good at it.
Really?
I'm not good at it either.
Try.
I'm
See,
not-
it's because you're young. It's because you're young. You
No,
still you got the.
I'm not as
you got
good
your
as
finger
some
on the
other
pulse.
people. Well, if I think of something, I'm like, oh, that would be really good TikTok. Yeah.
I love it. All right. Well, stoners, we'll see you next week.
This podcast has been brought to you by Podcast Nation and Hopetown Entertainment.